So first off, Lauren, and I apologize for the illustration on the notes already, and I apologize for not being spontaneous. But
you had time to type them up.
I did. I knew I did. What is your earliest, fondest memory and reaction to seeing and or hearing the Beatles?
I just wanted to be a Beatles when I saw them on Ed Sullivan when I was 4. I had a plastic guitar, ran and got it, jumped up and down, and my father actually has a tape of me and my brother jumping up and down at 4 and 3 years old singing "She Loves You."
Really?
Movies with no sound, you know.
Yeah.
In our pajama feet. Singing along.
Now, when you were doing this, I mean, you were only 4, but who were you emulating? Was there a specific Beatle, or were you encapsulating all the Beatles in your performance, or?
I think we were doing all of them, but we'd all call out who we wanted to be.
Okay.
You know, it was always Paul first, and if I didn't get Paul, I always got George. But then
You got George. George was the second pick.
Yeah, always.
Oh, really?
But he was the first pick when I started to understand more about guitar, you know.
Okay, right.
As soon as I realized I want to play lead guitar like George, then he was always the favorite.
And what was it about the Beatles back then that sparked something in you that made you want to dance around in your pajama feet?
They were just so much fun. You know, there was so much good energy there. It was so positive. They looked so different, and they were just so adorable. You know, I mean, everybody around me had crew cuts. The world was a scary place. All the war and all the stuff going on and the assassinations and, you know, it was just, everything on TV was scary to me. And even growing up through the 60s, the Beatles were a sense of freedom, and you can do it a different way, and it doesn't have to be like this. And they were like, you know, uncles to me. They were like real positive role models that I could, you know, get some answers from. When everyone said, it has to be like this, you have to look like this, you have to dress like that. No, I could do it the way they were doing it, which was more like the way I wanted to do it. You know?
So they were a major influence in your life outside of the music?
Oh, absolutely. Everything. Everything except drugs and smoking and drinking.
Hanging out with the Maharishi.
Yeah. Getting too crazy with meditation.
Never picked up the sitar, did you?
I picked up one in a Indian shop on Newbury Street, but I'm sure it was more of a tourist model. It was really hard to play. I felt like it was going to cut my fingers, so I didn't buy it.
Those were dangerous. Why?
They do. I did buy a Swarmandel. I have that on the 3rd song.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's an Indian harp.
Yeah.
It's a 60-string Indian harp. That's the sound you hear on Strawberry Fields when it goes.
Oh, okay.
Da 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 da. That little transition on the string thing.
Right.
You would not believe how many people come up to me at the show and tell me stories of how they met him. Or, I mean, one time I was up in Meredith, New Hampshire. I actually went to the wrong gig, and the rest of the band was in Merrimack.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And I drove like an hour out of my way, which has never happened before. Happened last summer. And somebody walks up to me and she says, "Oh, I had breakfast with George and Olivia every day at you know, the retreat there in Lancaster, or whatever it was." And I was just like, do they have to rub it in? You know, like, does everybody
you don't want to hear.
Do I have to meet every single person who met him that I didn't get to meet? I wanted to be one of his buddies that kind of, you know, hang around and play guitar with.
Yeah.
My mother used to say to me, he's too old for you, Lauren. I'm not interested. I just want to play guitar with him.
Yeah, and the aura that all the Beatles have is beyond that.
Yeah.
I mean, you want to hang out with them. You want to be friends with them.
Did you see the Beatles Revolution that they put together in fall of 2000? It was a really cool TV special with Meredith Vieira, and they interviewed all the people of the day that had been influenced. And Mike Myers going, I just wanted to go have fun with them. You know? And I'd be crying at the end of a hard day's night because they were leaving, and I just wanted to go have fun with them. Oh, God. Everybody mentions such vulnerable things. Such a deep... I mean, we all feel like they belong to us. Yeah. You know?
I remember getting sad watching, you know, like watching Help and watching it end on like a little black and white TV on like a Sunday night at 1 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
I mean, because it was so much fun.
And you know,
they were always fun. I can't watch Let It Be to its entirety.
That's pretty sad.
Yeah.
even volume 8 of the anthology
I haven't even watched that.
Have you seen the 5th disc on this DVD?
I'm sure I have, because I did watch everything.
Awesome.
I did watch everything, but I bought it as soon as it came out on DVD, but I watched, just watched it, and I couldn't get the last disc. I can't watch yet.
Yeah, that's a devastating time. I mean, that's when I started taking guitar lessons in the summer of '69.
Oh, really?
And that's when they were breaking up.
Yeah.
I remember my guitar teacher saying to me, well, now you got to buy 4 albums instead of 1, because they were each putting out solo records.
And multi-disc ones as well.
Yeah. First Beatles to have a number 1.
My
It's
Sweet
extraordinary.
Lord.
Yeah.
Was that the first one?
First number 1 album.
Are you still bitter that you got sued for that? He's still bitter. He was.
Well, that's why he wrote this song. I mean, it was okay.
Yeah.
His DVD box set album was really good.
Yeah.
A lot of good information. But that I've been waiting for all my life.
Yeah.
And they finally released it after he's gone. And each one, there's still so much more interview footage that we could see the whole interview, not just the little quotes they chose.
Yeah. Really.
It's really too sad.
I didn't mean to get into it down an area. So was it
back to when they were all alive, and the world was a more fun place.
Yeah, shit. We need something like the Beatles again.
Oh no.
Talk about getting a scarier time.
You know what my theory is? This is really absurd.
Yeah.
But as far as the arts and a global attention on something that made an impact on a ton of people for the good, I think Harry Potter is the biggest thing that's happened since all that. I was waiting. It's like
I didn't expect to hear a Beatles song.
I did. I thought it would be very appropriate.
I expected to hear a Too True song before I heard a Beatles song.
No, because we didn't do any promotion or advertising yet for this record, so it's all word of mouth, very slow.
Now you think Harry Potter's a good thing?
Oh, I think it's an awesome thing, yeah. And actually, J.K. Rowling was interviewed in the Beatles Revolution. She's a huge Beatles fan. She was nuts over George.
Yeah.
And she was inspired by them. So in a sense, she was able to take that torch and do her own thing the way we do our own things, but it actually reached people and made a difference. I mean, look at all the kids that want to read because of it. I love that. I mean, I'm a professor. I want literacy. I want people to really learn about the instruments and learn about the people who created the music and learn how to read words, I always thought society got better and better and better and smarter and smarter, but it's scary to know that's not always the case.
What's that?
It's scary to know that's not always the case.
No, I mean, it's certainly not. You got more faith in humanity than I do.
I'm an Aquarian. I'm a hopeless romantic. I'm a Beatle at heart.
So is George...
I believe in the Harry Potter magic.
Well, it's nothing wrong with believing in magic.
Yeah.
Mary Poppins still has a place in my heart. I remember
she's got a good accent, too.
So, is it safe to say that George is your favorite Beatle?
Yeah.
And always, for the most part, has been?
Yeah, well, they all, taught me all different things.
Yeah.
I mean, I learned everything from the Beatles. How to write songs, how to sing, how to play guitar, how to play bass, how to play drums, how to arrange, how to produce, how to record from George Martin. I mean, this, how to write for strings, how to write for horns, it's all in there, it's brilliant.
And how to engage in a conversation or an interview. I'm sure you've learned from the Beatles.
All right, you should just sit back and just imitate each one.
Are you a mod or a rocker?
Right. What do you call the haircut?
Oh, yeah, Arthur.
In fact, some of those were just off-the-cuff lines that George actually had said, that they said we have to write in there. He came up with Arthur. He came up with Where's America? Turn left after Greenland.
The Beatles were always funny.
They're hilarious, yeah.
Like 4 Marx Brothers.
Yeah.
Now, how close are you to George in real life? As a person. I mean, psyche-wise. I'm not implying that you dig up his grave or anything.
No.
Or talk to him on Ouija boards or anything like that.
Well, I was surprised that we both had a favorite number 7. I just found that out recently after he died. And just a lot of things about privacy and people and what you expect from people and respect and the things he craved and needed. I mean, I like those kind of respectful things for other people, and I certainly loved his humor. I'm always trying to be more of a nut like them, just because it's so fun, you know.